Some people think being committed to spiritual disciplines is a matter of legalism. I led a group of young guys through a study recently that was Renovation of the Heart, Dallas Willard, and he was emphasizing the spiritual disciplines. And one of the guys in the group, most of the guys immediately saw the value of it, but one of the guys in the group was really struggling with the legalism idea. Well, he's saying, well, you're supposed to daily spend time in God's Word. Well, that's like a rule, that's a regulation, and so that's like following the law. Well, even the laws that God gives us are like guardrails, and so you're driving a car down the road, you're on this windy road, and here are these guardrails, and if the car bumps into the guardrail, you get out and you look at your dented fender, and you don't curse the guardrail because your fender got dented. You say, look what it saved me from plunging off the cliff. So there are some good rules, laws, guidelines for us to live by, but that's not legalism. Our lives need to be centered in Christ. We need to set the bar high, but then depend on the empowering Spirit of God within us to jump that bar, not on our own works, not on legalism or anything like that, not conformity to the group because the group says I must live at this level and I must look this way. That's not what the Christian life is about. But it is about God has standards, and those standards are higher in the new covenant than they were in the old covenant. In the old covenant, Jesus said, you've read, you shall not commit adultery. I tell you, look at a woman with lust in your heart, you've committed adultery in your heart. So what did he do? He raised the bar, he didn't lower it. And I think one of the concepts today is grace means that somehow we need to think God has lowered his standards. Oh no, God has raised his standards for the Christian life. He has empowered us to live that Christian life, and his grace teaches us, as Titus says, to say no to ungodliness. And this is the great and powerful thing, because we live by something higher, because Jesus is more desirable. Jesus is greater and more attractive than any of these lesser alternatives. When we live life that way, it's exciting, it's passionate, it's joyful, it's sometimes very hard work also, but it's something that we can encourage each other to do to the glory of God, where it's about him and it's really not about us.